It's not so scary doing little girls' hair.
You sure?
Free-range pork producer Brad Murnane has plenty of pigtail experience, but never as a hairstylist.
Okay, grab it. There's your hair tie.
He's stepping out of his comfort zone, learning to master the mane of his 2-year-old daughter Charlotte.
She's got a face of horror. Oh no, she doesn't.
She actually does.
Mum Melinda usually handles hair, marketing, orders, packing, accounts and social media for the farm business the couple started from scratch.
Thanks, Dad.
But for 10 days in September, Brad will be busier than ever, managing Rotoval Pork's 1,200 free-ranging pigs and children, Riley, Dylan, Travis and Charlotte, at Lower Wonga near Gympie without his wife. It's been 9 years of hard work since they lodged Queensland's first application to operate a piggery on pasture. Their large white pigs aren't penned in sheds. Sows give birth in grassy paddocks.
You see them up here like this and it just makes you smile because they're happy.
They can wallow when they want.
We're looking after the environment, we're looking after the animal, and in the long run we're producing a product that is of premium quality and that tastes like pork used to taste.
Turning off about 50 pigs a week.
Geez, that must keep you busy.
Very busy. Too busy.
So busy that the Murnanes haven't had a holiday, not even one weekend off, since their honeymoon 13 years ago. Times are tough for Australian pig farmers. Pork prices have plummeted due to oversupply.
It's heart-wrenching to see that, so many good farmers are having to leave the industry because they have no other option.
Free-range pork costs more to produce and competes with cheaper alternatives. Rotoval Pork's grown by selling a paddock-to-plate experience, diversifying with sheep and beef and connecting with customers through social media. To supplement sales to butchers and independent supermarkets, the family's invested in an on-farm boning room and now cuts, smokes, packs and delivers ethically produced meat to local chefs and home cooks who value low food miles and their free-range philosophy. And now, all their hard work's been recognised in a wonderful way.
So this has just been amazing.
Melinda Murnane is one of 6 local producers and chefs being flown to Italy by the members of Slow Food Noosa.
Repubblica Dominicana.
They're headed to the world's biggest food festival.
Olanda. Italia.
Held every 2 years, Terra Madre Salon del Gusto in Turin gives a voice to small-scale farmers, fishers and food artisans who value sustainability and agro-biodiversity.
We are born from the land. If our land is unhealthy, we too, as people, are unhealthy.
There'll be kilometres of food stalls and 5,000 delegates sharing stories of their successes and challenges.
Whether it's a forum or a workshop or a dinner or a lunch, it's all there. Tasting different foods, listening to people talk about how these foods are made, where they come from.
The event's a celebration of the slow food movement that originated in Italy in the late 1980s. More than 200 members of Slow Food Noosa helped raise the funds for this incredible adventure.
I haven't even been interstate in my life, let alone overseas. So this is mind-blowing, Jen. It's incredible. I am so looking forward to just sucking up every little piece of that experience.
Fellow delegate, chef and producer Jody Williams hopes to learn how urban Italians stay true to their village roots in purchasing and putting food on plates.
Good smoked beef brisket, served on top of a Kenilworth Tasty vintage cheese damper.
Wow.
They're very, very loyal to their local community, which is something Australia, we seem to do things a little bit back to front by sending things all the way down to market to get them back in the same door again, which seems like a lot of food miles.
In the tiny Noosa hinterland town of Kin, Jody Williams is making a big difference by embracing slow food philosophy.
Hey, how you going? Good. Oh, look at those. It's fantastic. And coffee.
Kin's general store was closed for 7 years before she reopened it with a friend.
I'll take that from
Jody's Cafe and Black Ant Gourmet Catering Company now has 18 staff, 7 work full-time.
Hey, Kylie. Oh, awesome. Alex.
More than half of the food is grown by locals. Jody's aiming for 90% by 2020 and operates using her own water, waste and solar power.
Oh, I think those muscles are wearing out.
Karen Jarling's eager to discuss regenerative agriculture with the Terra Madre audience. It's what she and her husband Warren McEwen and sons Hamish and Jonty are doing on the family farm they've bought at Glastonbury. They're fencing off eroded gullies to control stock access.
Most of your sweet grasses grow in gullies, so if a cow is free ranging, it will hammer the gullies, causing more erosion.
These trees will help slow down floodwater. Stock numbers are being kept low to rebuild pasture diversity.
Just take that down towards the tree.
They're carting water and moving electric fences to keep cattle grazing on fresh, unsoiled pasture.
To a lot of people it would be madness what we're doing here, but we know that managed grazing will make a big difference to how our little farm goes forward.
CGL beef is short for clean, green and local.
Go on, you chooks.
Business is personal for this family, which delivers chemical-free grass-fed beef and meat chickens direct to online customers.
Okay, that's fresh ground. They trust us to feed them and to put food into their families, and that's a very intimate, I mean, apart from quite sitting at the table, we're there, you know, it's a very intimate thing to do for people.
The Terra Madre delegates are part of the International Snail of Approval program that Slow Food Noosa introduced to Australia. This sign is proof they produce, use and promote good, clean and fair local ingredients.
We've become passionate about supporting them, and because they do it so tough.
4 years ago, former media advisor and city girl Jody Cameron and her husband Michael threw in their corporate jobs to buy a nut farm on Queensland's Fraser Coast.
We figured where else to go but Bockle, where the macadamia originated, and yeah, we were so lucky to get this farm with the value-added business with it.
Their Bare Nuts macadamia range of bush tucker blends are vegan-friendly, dairy and egg-free.
So these are our lemon myrtle macadamias.
This mix of roasted macadamias, lemon myrtle and sea salt won an Australian Food Award last year.
Rated 100 out of 100 for taste, texture, quality and appearance.
They're transforming the farm by mulching, improving the soil and introducing wasps to battle macadamia munching insects.
We're going down from like 4 sprays in the season to like 1 at the end.
The plan is to be 100% spray-free and more than double the number of trees in the ground to 5,000.
Michael has an agribusiness degree, so we sort of thought we can complement each other here and grow the business and also grow a family.
Nice flush there, should be pretty good by September.
The success of grafting trials in their on-farm nursery isn't their only good news. Jody revealed she's expecting a baby, their first child.
I know, I've been keeping a secret for weeks.
Slow Food Noosa is setting an example of the great things that can happen when people who value eating fresh local food actively connect with the people who produce it. Like this delicious collaboration, macadamias and sun-dried rosellas.
Is that going to be enough?
Jody Cameron's doing business with cooking queen Cece Diaz-Peterson, who you may remember from a recent Landline story about the old-fashioned fruit rosellas.
When you work with other people, you are much stronger. So that means we can wave the hard times and we can celebrate the good times when we're together. So as businesses, I think there should be more of it happening.
Zeb Gilbert's the only bloke amongst the delegates.
That's it.
Zeb Gilbert, he's a legend.
Well, that'll be a six-pack of beer.
He juggles the cooking school with co-owning the Wasabi Group, Zeb's executive chef at its multi-award-winning Japanese restaurant with spectacular Noosa River views. This two-hatted restaurant prides itself on tastes created by growing food on its own farm and sourcing fresh local fish, meat and produce.
And that's how we try to tell our story through the cooking school and also through the restaurant, where food comes from and the difference it makes.
He treated the Terra Madre delegates to a cooking school class that made their ingredients sing on social media.
Food mileage is small and how they treat their animals is really, really important. And I think it translates to how food tastes.
The Turin-bound chefs are working on a plate to showcase Australia to the world.
There we go. So pork with the fennel reduction.
It will truly be the trip of a lifetime.
Karen and I, my lovely wife and I, we came here to retire. And we thought, oh, we'll join a few organisations, and we joined Slow Food. We've become as passionate as they are. You hear their stories and how much of a struggle it is too. They're all small producers, you know, they're not going to be millionaires or anything, but they just love what they do. And for us to be able to support them in a way that is able to help them and promote their business is just such a great thing to do.